Imagine a world without the iPhone. Hard to believe, right? But in 1997, Apple was just 90 days from bankruptcy. The company that started in a garage with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak was on the brink of collapse. Apple's product line was a confusing mess. Sales were plummeting and leadership was in chaos. Financial losses mounted and innovation had vanished. Experts were already writing Apple's obituary. Then, in a dramatic twist, Steve Jobs returned as interim CEO. He faced a company in chaos, with dwindling cash and a shrinking market share. Microsoft, Apple's biggest rival, dominated the tech world. The stage was set for a pivotal moment that would change everything. Apple needed a miracle, and it was about to get one. Apple and Microsoft were more than competitors, they were sworn enemies. Apple, led by Jobs, built both hardware and software, priding itself on design and innovation. Microsoft, under Bill Gates, focused on software, making Windows the standard for PCs everywhere. Their rivalry was legendary, fueled by clashing visions and personal animosity. Jobs accused Gates of stealing ideas. Gates saw Apple as elitist. By 1997, Apple was failing while Microsoft was thriving. No one expected Microsoft to help its rival. In fact, most thought Gates would be happy to see Apple disappear. But something shocking was about to happen. The tech world was about to witness the unthinkable. Two bitter rivals were about to join forces. At the 1997 Macworld Expo, Steve Jobs stunned the crowd. On stage, a giant image of Bill Gates appeared via satellite. The audience booed, unable to believe their eyes. Jobs announced a $150 million investment from Microsoft, not a loan but a lifeline. Microsoft also promised to keep developing Office for Mac, ensuring Apple's survival in the business world. The deal ended costly legal battles and gave Apple the stability it desperately needed. For Microsoft, it was a strategic move to avoid monopoly accusations. For Apple, it was a second chance. The crowd's boos turned to applause as the logic became clear. This unlikely alliance would change the course of tech history. Apple had been saved by its greatest rival. The comeback had begun. The Microsoft deal was a turning point. The investment stabilized Apple and restored confidence among investors and customers. Jobs quickly streamlined Apple's product line, focusing on innovation. In 1998, the iMac launched, a bold, colorful computer that became a massive hit. This success paved the way for the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. Each breakthrough built on the foundation secured in 1997. The deal didn't just save Apple, it reignited its creative spirit. Apple rose from near bankruptcy to become the world's most valuable company. Sometimes, survival means making peace with your greatest rival. The day Gates appeared behind Jobs wasn't the end, it was the beginning of Apple's greatest era. For more videos like this, subscribe.